Hey sideboarders, it's Elysia, and today's Q&A is what type of flooring are you using? Ba-dum-bum-bum. I get this question a lot. What type of flooring should I use? Because I have tile or I have hardwood in my house. Will the rail damage the tile or the hardwood? Well, the simple answer is it is a steel rail system and the board does have grip. So it is possible for that board and rail to scratch your hardwood or the tile. So I would suggest putting down a carpet or a mat, and I will show you those in one quick second. The other reason why I would suggest putting down something is to add some traction, because the hardwood and the tile or even slick concrete can be very slick on the rail system. So if you're trying to get a good start and you're slipping around, you won't be able to get a really solid foundation for your start when you start to ride. But on the flip side, you also don't want a sticky rail or something on the rail that's going to stick to the floor, because when you do need to stop and you slide to the edge and it hits the floor, it's going to be very abrupt and you're just gonna kind of go flying. And we definitely don't want that. Here at Sideboards, we use a red interlocking foam mat. This one's been beat up really well. I think I got these from rubberflooringincorporated.com. These are the eco mats. They're pretty affordable, maybe like $1 a square foot. So for me to outfit this whole area, it's pretty inexpensive. And a couple times a year I do change those out because they do collect dirt and oil that you just can't scrub out. I believe these are a 3/8 of an inch, and this is perfect for me on top of the concrete. It's not really thick, that's gonna slow me down, and it's not super thin where it's gonna be, extremely fast. So thicker the mat, the slower the ride. So if you are a beginner and you want to slow it down, put down an extra mat or some carpeting. You know what's also really cool about these is that from this company, they don't smell. There's some foam and plastic products that they off-gas really bad. These actually don't smell, and I don't know what the trick is to them, but yeah, I really enjoyed these. What else could you use? Yes, when I do some outdoor demos, I will bring a rubber mat. Now this one is really thin, and so it's nice and light, it's easy to carry. However, when you do put it down and you are riding, sometimes that ball and the traction on the rubber mat will tend to lift it up. It doesn't get in your way, it just is, it's like an extra little wave of rubber going with you. So a thin rubber mat is perfect. You could also use an area rug. Those are great to put down on your hardwood. Indoor-outdoor carpeting works really well. Those are really thin in addition to this rubber mat, so it's going to be a very fast ride because you don't have anything compressing and taking up a little bit of that speed. So if you're advanced, hard rubber, something super thin, and you will have fun. The other type of surface that people ask about is training turf or outdoor turf. Now, if you have the indoor turf where it's pretty dense, it will work. But if you have something very spongy or even natural grass, that is going to displace a little bit too much and you're not really going to get a true ride. But if you want to just completely slow everything down and just have something to wobble on, a deep turf or natural grass would work. But in general, to actually ride on, you need a firm, harder surface. Concrete is super fast, and I love concrete. So this is actually my demo board that I ride outside at the park on concrete, and sometimes one of those really rubbery kids outdoor play area. But the concrete will scratch the rail. Our rail is steel and it has a thick powder coat on there. But if you can see that it's got quite a bit of wear, but it's very surface because this is a thick steel rail. And this board has been ridden really hard at about 1.5 years of trade shows. So if you can imagine 2, 3, and 4 day trade shows, this is the most popular board that we throw everybody on, and it is still in absolutely fantastic condition. Even the edges here that have been banged against the demo rail. I cannot say enough about the high-end Baltic birch plywood that we use. Absolutely love it, and I love the finishes that we put on here because it just lasts. So if you're going to use on concrete, just know that you are going to scratch the rail, but it will be okay. As long as you're not storing it outside in the harsh weather elements, you should be fine. If you're also wondering, how much size do I need? How many squares would I get? Well, at a very minimum, you could get by with a 4x4 area on a turbo board. If you're not riding, you're just hanging tight there on a wobble or rocker board. But if you do want to start some motion, the very minimum I would say would be 6 feet by 6 feet, or even 6 feet by 4 feet. You can get away with that. And the very best would be 8 foot by 8 foot if you've got the area. Alrighty, sideboarders, so grab your foam squares and your rubber mat and anything else you got. I'm Elysia with Sideboards. Have a great ride and keep on breaking the rules. For more information, check us out at sideboards.com and jump into the next generation. These are a Not like you're making me laugh.
Oh, am I breaking that?
Oh, yeah. Who cares? Who cares what you use? Jeez.